I can guarantee you right now, 1 out of 5 people watching this video actively struggle with comparison. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. It's probably maybe 1 out of 4. I'll go 1 out of 4. I almost want to go 1 out of 3, but for the simple fact that I didn't research it and get an actual number, I'm just going to safely say that 1 out of 4 people, 25% of people that watch this video, struggle with comparison issues. I don't know why. I don't know what causes the brain to formulate this sort of self-deprivating mentality. At least at some point, 25% of us have struggled with that. Me personally, and it's not even in a sense of like being competitive and keeping yourself accountable and in check in regards to what your peers might be doing or where you should be. It's more so like literally just not allowing yourself to appreciate what you've done, what you've accomplished, where you are, because of what the next person has or what they've accomplished or where they are. And that also leads to things like depression or I don't know, like social anxiety, like different things like that. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to try to stay on topic here because I literally just wanted to address just that. Like, yeah, so if you're someone that does struggle with something like that, I just want to tell you right now kind of why it happens, things that I've done before to kind of work it out on the simplest scale we can think of it. Say, for example, you make the basketball team. I'll say football. You make the football team because I played football. You make the football team. Tons of other kids don't make it. They're crying about it, but you made it and you're not a starter. You may get playtime, but you don't start. Automatically, you're going to begin to compare yourself to the starters. Why is he starting? Why aren't I starting? Now being on the team is no longer even good enough for you or acceptable or anything to be appreciative of. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to accept it as like, oh, I made it, I'm good, I can chill. No, of course the goal is to start, to be able to play, to impact the game in some way. That's why you're on the team. But there are tons of kids that didn't make it. So it begins somewhere where you have to learn to appreciate what you have, because it's what you have, it's what you were given. Yeah, you might have worked hard, you might have earned it, sure. Who's to say that the starter didn't? At one point, when I originally blew up on the content I was making on TikTok, I was getting about 300 to 500 followers a day, pretty easy per stream. I was feeling pretty good about myself. And then some of the other guys, some of my peers, content peers that I was, collabing with, and I would see the analytics that they had, and they would tell me the numbers they were getting and stuff like that, and I would see their followers going up and things like that, the views on their videos going up, and he immediately was like, man, yeah, I'm getting 300 to 500 a day, but this guy's getting 1,000 a day. Why can't I have that? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? That's saying this out loud just sounds baffling. I don't think I've ever said this out loud, but that's how I looked at it. What am I doing wrong? Why am I only getting 500 a day and he's getting 1,000? Immediately, once you do that, once that's your approach, you immediately rob yourself of any sense of achievement from where you currently are. So that 500 that I'm getting, I automatically feel like I'm getting 0 now because this guy's getting 2 times that. So now I feel like I'm not doing anything, when in reality that is not the case at all. All the work I've been putting in, all the sacrifices I've been making are essentially for nothing, because there's no gratification from it. There's no reward from it. There's no payoff. There's no metric to go by, because I've removed that by comparing myself. Some of the guys in my streams at the time, some of the members of my community that were getting into making content and asking me questions, yo, Zaire, how do you do this? How do you do that? Man, you're blowing up. You're growing every single day. How can I do what you're doing? Whenever they would share, like ask me certain questions and then share with me some of the progress they were making. Hey, bro, I had 5 people in my stream today. I got 10 new followers today. Like, man, today was a great day. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm pretty sure it's already kind of clicking. I got 10 new followers today. Today was a great day. But here I am, hard on myself, upset that I only got 500, all because the next person got 1,000. Comparison. Why on earth would we ever do that to ourselves? And like I said, I think it can come from a constructive and productive place in our mindset of like competitiveness. Like, yeah, I'm doing this, but this is what I can do. And I know I can do that because this person has already done it. They're doing it. So it keeps us from a point of like settling or becoming too comfortable and knowing that we can achieve more because we can see it being done. So I think that at a surface level is healthy and is necessary. But sometimes when we continue to linger on that train of thought and we don't control it and limit it properly, we can find ourselves robbing ourselves of anything that we ever achieve, which essentially can make us feel like we're achieving nothing. Imagine waking up every day and working your hardest and getting results, but not appreciating any of it or not being grateful for any of it. Not only do you feel like you're being lazy, but you're not being lazy, and you're actually putting in the work. So you're draining yourself, you're working hard, you're draining yourself, there's stress that comes with that, and then you also feel like you're being stagnant. So it's like a double whammy in a sense. Like, a lazy person can be upset because they're lazy, but they're not going to be tired and stuff like that and exhausted and making sacrifices. They're lazy. You're sitting around. What do you expect? Results. Yeah, you got to deal with the outcome, no results, but you're also not doing anything, so you're not sacrificing anything. But imagine sacrificing and then also feeling lazy and not approving of any of the results that you get. Imagine how draining that is. Imagine how much harder it's going to be to want to go out and achieve anything. I think it comes from a necessary place in our mindset, but without properly regulating it, it can fester into something that is very detrimental to our life as a whole. I think when we step back and just remind ourselves that, yeah, we might not be where we want to be, where we could be even, we're also not where we used to be, and there's plenty of people that would do anything to be in our position. I think when we expand on that train of thought a little bit more, we begin to realize that we have exactly what we need. It may not be everything that we want, but we are exactly where we need to be, where we ought to be. And when it's time to be in that next position, we'll be ready for it, because there also became a time where I was no longer getting 500 followers a day. I was getting far less, and that did not feel good. It made me think back like, man, I would do anything for at least 300, 200, 100. I would do anything. Not anything, but, figure of speech. I'll do anything for it. It's like, man, it was sure good while it lasted. That kind of feeling. I ended up getting back on my grind and getting to where I need to be. But yeah, I think we all just need to relax and appreciate the work we do put in, appreciate how far we have come. And when we can do that, I think we'll be all right. So just a little rant that I wanted to go on. I don't know why, it just kind of came into my mind, and I thought I'd share it with you guys, so hopefully somebody finds value in it. And like I always say, if this is just a video that you came across and you thought it was cool, but you don't really care to check out my other videos or see whatever new content I put out, don't even worry about subscribing. I appreciate a like on the video if you enjoyed it, but don't worry about subscribing. I want my subscribers to be made up of people who are going to watch every single video that I put out from here forward, just to keep my channel healthy. And I'd rather have 5,000 subscribers with 10,000 views on every video than 1 million subscribers with 5,000 views on every video, if you get my drift. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And God willing, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.